What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 329. We are back with I don't even got it in me to bullshit this time. I can't even try to attempt to tell you how glorious of a night this was last Saturday night, because it was not. Oh, it was not. Top to bottom, so many flaws with UFC 326, Holloway versus Oliveira 2, the rematch. So much going into this event, so little coming out of this event. Too many things to talk about, too much sadness. But before we get into all that, don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate everyone that does. All right, guys, we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all know what happened. Charles Oliveira goes out there, quite possibly one of the most dominant performances of his career against one of the best fighters that he's ever fought in his career, against Max Holloway. 50-45 on all judges' scorecards. Zero doubt in my mind that that's what the scorecards were going to be. Clearly, this was, like I said, a very dominant performance. This was an extremely smart performance and just a thorough performance from Charles Oliveira against Max Holloway. Not an outcome that I thought was going to happen at all. I was worried about the grappling going in for Max Holloway, but it's something that we talked about in the preview of, like, and it's funny of, like, seeing people talking about it now and, like, post online, but it's like Max has never really fought a grappler.
Yeah.
Brian Ortega, Frankie Edgar, Ilya, who didn't really attempt to grapple him that much, took him down, I think, twice or something, got them super easy, but, you know, wasn't a, like, concerted effort with it. Oliveira went out there, and this was, honestly, my thought of it was exactly like Islam versus JDM. Charles looked much stronger in there than Max Holloway in all of those exchanges. Once Oliveira got a hold of him with that body lock, it was just reps. That was the end of the round. Basically every single round for Max Holloway. I think it was the fifth round he was able to get up, like, for a little bit at the end. But he was so much stronger, and Max just had no ability to retrieve better positions once Oliveira secured a dominant position over him, and to just fight out of anything. To, like, all he could do was sit there and survive for every single round once he got taken down. And it's one of those things we're saying of, like, he's never fought really grapplers or anything. He has shown a lot of good defensive grappling skills in his career. I didn't think it would be like that. I didn't think it would be like that.
But I didn't think it was going to be like that for a lot of reasons. Like, one, obviously thinking that maybe Max could do more.
Yep.
But this was for the BMF title. And then this is where I know a lot of people, including myself, have issues with it. If this was for the undisputed title and you went out there and you had such a thorough, dominant, safe performance, totally get it. Totally fucking get it. You obviously, like, you know, you're trying to do what you can to win that fight and win that belt. This is not the undisputed title. This is not the undisputed belt. This is the BMF, the baddest motherfucker. And it has been reserved for very specific people for being bad motherfuckers, for being the people that aren't going out there and playing it safe, that will throw it all out on the line, let it all out in that cage, and they're going to fight it out for whoever fucking wins. So it's one of those things where two things can be true at once, where it's like, did Oliveira have a great performance? Absolutely. Did he have a great performance for the BMF? No, 0%.
Yeah.
And it bothers me for multiple reasons, because it's like, one, you're Oliveira. You have the most finishes. You are kill or be killed every time. You have what, 4 or 6 decisions now in the UFC, including this one, out of like 37 fights.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
honestly, it might be 5.
I could easily open it up and actually look. I'm just kind of talking here, but 6 now. Okay. So this made the 6th one. He had 5 going into there out of 36 fights. You're not expecting him to go out there and play it safe like that, especially for the BMF. But for the few minutes that they had in the feet in total, for, like, you know, the 30 seconds to a minute in the beginning of each round.
Yeah.
Oliveira was winning those exchanges.
Yes.
It obviously could have changed over time. It obviously could have escalated somewhere different. But it's like, he immediately backed Max up and was putting combos on him and had Max covering up, retreating in, looking like, I kind of need to get out of here. He was throwing back. You know what I mean? It's Max Holloway. He's not just going to stand there and throw nothing, but he was not winning on the feet. So for Charles to not only look so good on the feet, looking like he could have knocked him out in the first round, to just, I'm going to take you down. And after the second round, never attempted a submission attempt, never went for the finish, and was just content to ride it out for the decision win in the BMF title. That's fucked. That's fucked.
Yeah.
And the BMF title now. That's how I feel. Like, it was, if that's how Oliveira is acting in a BMF title, I don't ever want to see that shit again, because I already felt like we were losing the people that would have ever been true contenders for it. But considering him a true contender to act like that, get rid of it. That was it. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It really is. It's one of those things where I had already had a problem, like, after, like, they started doing it after Masvidal and Nate Diaz, because I was already like, this is a gimmick that we just kind of don't need. I understand why they do it, but, like, I was kind of off board, even though it did give us good fights, like, great fights.
Yeah.
All the fights that happened for the BMF title could have just happened. There's no reason they could not have happened.
100%.
So it's one of those things where it does not matter. And now we have the performance where it's like, what? it was all grappling, not even like trying to go for the finish, like you said, in the last 3 rounds. Whereas at least if he was like ground and pounding him and things of that nature, I would have been like, okay, cool. But no, he was just very safe performance. And if it was against him for like the interim title, the undisputed title, hell, if this was just a fight night main event, completely understandable. I understand it. Yeah. Like, the BMF title has essentially been the stand and bang title this whole fucking time.
Yeah. And that's where it's like, and I know seeing people talk about it where, like, because obviously people have always had a problem with the BMF title, and people talking about it where it's like just an extra problem with it, where it's like, we have this imaginary title that means absolutely nothing, and we now put it on a fight, and because of the performance, nobody is respecting it. But to your point, where it's like you take it off and it's just a normal fight night, it's a whatever 5-round co-main event on a pay-per-view, they do this, everyone be praising Oliveira, for his performance. And I totally understand that. That's entirely fair. But to your point, where it's like, even with it, like, just like to your point of it being like the unofficial stand and bang title, I don't have any problem with Oliveira going out there and grappling Max Holloway. To the people's point of like, Oliveira is a fucking grappler. Yeah. He's got like 20 something finishes, 24 finishes, I think, in the UFC, 21, 17 of them are by submission.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, he is obviously going to do that. But the thing, to your point of like, to play it so safe for a vast majority of the fight, and like other people being like, oh yeah, well, like, this is obviously what he was going to do. It's like,
I don't think it was very obvious at all.
Because it's like, to be fair, it's like,
I thought he would grapple in the fight. Like, I definitely thought that was definitely going to happen. I just didn't realize that it was going to end up like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because it's like, he went out there and just fought Ilya not even a year ago. And that motherfucker had no problems walking right into the center of cage with him and exchanging punches until he got slept in the first round. You know what I mean? Like, pretty sure he did go for like a takedown attempt or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, like didn't get it. So it's like, that's obviously the difference, where like, yeah, Ilya just keeping it on the feet. But it's like, to your point earlier of every fucking exchange on the feet, you're going out there and winning them. You're landing the bigger shots clearly right away on Max. You're instantly backing him off with the power and the pressure, cutting off the cage, having him like no idea where to even move his feet within seconds, backed up on the cage. And then you're just riding out the round on top. Like, come on, bro.
Exactly.
Like, it's just
because for me, I've always really liked the sentiment of the BMF title.
Yeah.
I think everything you've said is completely correct. That just where my opinions differ is that I like it. You know what I mean? I understand that it is a nothing belt. Yep. I understand that you could take it off, and to your point, it's a fight night, it's a co-main, it's all of these things. But I like the idea behind it of it just being
Mm-hmm.
people that go out there and lay it on the line every time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Win or lose, they're just going out there. And I felt like they kept putting rightful people in. It's like Dustin, Justin, and Max. How could you argue that they don't go out there and they are there to fight every single
No,
time?
yeah.
There's no playing it safe. There's no, you know what I mean? So that's why, like, I didn't mind it, like, past Nate and Masvidal, is because they're putting in the perfect fucking people.
Yes.
And then, like, you know, now you're bringing in Oliveira. I also don't think the grappling is the problem. But it's like Oliveira has good ground and pound. He has good striking. He has great submissions. What made you stop all of that? What made you, like, the first round, what made you sit on the back the entire time going for the neck? I didn't necessarily mind it because I was on the edge of the whole time, like, oh my God, Max, Max, Max. You know what I mean? Because he was going for it. But then you did it again. And you're still not getting anything out of this back. And you're just kind of like going for, you know, the face cranks, which we should all know Max and Holloway is not about to tap to a face crank. Work a little harder for the actual sub or go for something else. No. And then you just wrote it out. You didn't try to go for top positions to get some ground and pound off. You weren't trying to get different subs. You didn't try to go on the feet to maybe switch it up because clearly the finish isn't coming on the ground. It's like the lack of trying to actually get him out of there is where it's like, bro, the embodiment of BMF just like melted away with that, you know, like Max is still the BMF to me.
No, I get it.
That was like my main point. Like I brought up the stat because every fighter who's fought for it has been a stand and bang fighter. Nate Diaz, Jorge, Poirier, Gaethje, Holloway.
And that's why I felt like of all grapplers to get in there, the dude with the most finishes, kill or be killed, of course, Oliveira, right?
No, exactly. Right? Like that. And that's why I, like, if the grappling, like I said, if there had been the ground and pound, if there had been legitimate sub attempts after the second round.
Yeah, I'm just agreeing with you. Sorry. Like, it's just like, oh.
Because it's almost like, because I only said the stand and bang thing because that's just what it's been. And that's what it's been this whole time. And, like, obviously I knew Oliveira was going to grapple. I just, again, did not think it was going to be so boring. That's not how he is.
For just explaining for anyone listening, if they want to argue like this is MMA, go watch kickboxing casual type shit. You know, it's like this isn't a matter of casual. It's a matter of the BMF embodiment, and I appreciate that. The little bit of soul that felt like there was left to the UFC, like just sucked away.
and that's why it just sucks because it's like at the end of the day, it's like Oliveira. That's why I brought up the comparison of Islam versus Jack, where as a fan watching and wanting something exciting, it ends up being so incredibly frustrating because the guy that's winning, all he's good enough to do is to get the guy down and keep position. And the guy on bottom is only good enough to survive. And so you just end up in a stalemate where it's like, if any one of them just try and like change it up or anything, it's like if the guy on top tries to risk it, the guy on bottom instantly getting back up. If the guy on bottom tries to risk it, guy on top instantly going to find the finish, you know, like it's a hard dynamic, especially in like top tier fighters to try and find that balance in how to work towards like winning the fight. But that's where it's like you had Islam and Jack. That was for an undisputed title. To your point, it's the BMF title. Yes, it's phony baloney and it doesn't actually fucking mean shit. But to your point, this is like the last bit of fucking soul left into the UFC, where it's like Nate and Masvidal, they were less of like not being as close to the title picture and stuff, you know, than like Dustin and Max are, you know. But it's like it's for the fighters that fuck the title, fuck being the best in the world and who's actually the best or whatever. It's about the motherfuckers that are going to go out there, fuck the judges and put it all on the line and put on a show for the fans and put it on for each other because that is just how they fight. And so to have a safe performance where, yes, I understand you need that kind of win in Oliveira to now have the credibility to like, maybe he can either A, fight for the title next or fight someone like Armin to fight for the title. He loses this fight. He loses all those opportunities. I understand that. You should not have called out Max for the BMF fucking title because we've done fights before. Masvidal versus fucking Usman, the reigning defending BMF champion. That's not a BMF fight. There's like you're not gonna do. It's not on the
even
fucking
Max
line.
fighting Ilya, he didn't put that shit on the line because that was not a BMF fight.
Exactly. Like if that's how you plan to go out there and fight this, shouldn't have been for the title. And to the point of like it's the UFC does it because now, as you get to see, they get to just have a fight where most other people would expect it a fight night main event, or maybe like how they've been doing 5-round co-main events on. on pay-per-views. Well, now they get to
slap it for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they get to throw that as a headliner, and then as the co-main, they give us Kaio and RDR. You know what I mean? Like that. That's
and like that's kind of what that's kind of just encapsulating everything. But now that I'm kind of thinking about it, power rank the 3 title because BMF title of grappling dominance from best to worst. This fight, Islam versus Jack, Rikus versus Hamzat.
Like who had the best?
Which one was the best fight? Which one was the worst fight?
Okay, well, so when you say best fight, are you talking about enjoyment?
Yes.
Well, this is bottom. Because of my feelings for Max.
Yes.
So that I am biased there 100%, and that is what it is. And that is 100% why I was just very upset with this, because I did really want Max to win, and see this kind of fucking sucks. But yeah, that is definitely the bottom, because especially for the BMF title. Then I
would like to make an argument that Hamzat and DDP could actually be number 1. Because at least you could find the comedy in it. Because, no way you landed over 500 strikes and dude was just like a little red. You know what I mean? Like, that was just like straight, like...
That's just comical.
Like, the worst, best domination you could possibly fucking have. It was all over the place. Like, at least you could laugh at it a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Because then, honestly, because it's definitely a hard one, but I would have to, like, put Islam Jack at number 2, because... I'm sure both of you remember my feelings.
Yeah, you were
as well. I was thoroughly upset with that one as well. The same exact reasons. But yeah, so it's that would be my order. Hamza, Islam, then Olive.
Fair enough. It came to my head when you started bringing up Jack and Islam. I'm like, oh yeah, we've had 3 of these. Let's do a little quick power ranking real quick.
And that's where it's like, all of them stuck as a fan to watch. I 100% get that. Like, that is so fucking relatable.
But one of those things is not like the other.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Undisputed belts versus BMF.
Yeah. Undefeated fighter fighting for an undisputed title. A fighter on a 15-fight win streak moving up a weight class, fighting an undisputed fighter in the UFC for a weight class title. Like, yeah, there's a motherfucking difference. But yeah, so it's
like there's not even much about the fight to really even break down and talk about it, because it's really exactly what we said. With it's just like Oliveira
30
just
minutes to a minute
punching himself in, taking him down, and then holding him down for the rest of the fucking round.
On the back,
there was
from
minimal
the
ground and pound landed. There was, like we said, past the second round, there was no submission attempts. The Paramount fucking broadcast was garbage. So round 3, third round.
It was third. Okay, yeah.
So round 3, anybody watching on I shouldn't say it's garbage, because it's been a lot better than ESPN overall, but this one was just bad. But it's like, we didn't even get to watch half of the third round. So I guess technically we can't say that we know it went that way, but come the fuck on. I'm going to assume
once it came back on, it was halfway through the round. He was in his guard.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was mount at that point. But,
it was either mount or guard.
That's what I meant. Max was on his back.
Max was on his back, and Oliveira was either in mount or in his guard.
Yeah, one or the other. It's like they showed like the one highlight where it's like, he landed the knee, like on the feet on Max, like in that time where we missed out. But it's like they literally they showed us one highlight, like
of Oliveira doing better on the feet and then taking him down.
Yep. So yeah.
So it's great for Oliveira's career. Like it is one of those things where it's like over time, it will obviously look better. It's one of where even at this point, it's fucking Monday. It's 2 days later. I was so fucking upset with that. Waited for the stats because that's also a thing. I am so happy I thought about this. I said the stats because this was such a big thought in my head and it had to be brought up, and I almost missed it. It is crazy. That because this was Max's 32nd UFC fight?
Somewhere in there.
Yes. 32nd UFC fight. This is his 4th UFC fight that he has attempted under 100 total strikes. The last time he did was against Charles Oliveira in their first fight back in 2015, 11 years ago. All 3 other fights all ended in the first round. Short notice debut against Dustin Poirier, a first round finish over Akira Kurosawa, and then the first round esophagus injury over fucking Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
Those were the 3 fights that he was not able to attempt 100 total strikes until this one.
Also,
and it's just crazy where the 34 combined UFC finishes between them.
Yes.
And this is what we ended up with. Insane.
But also, like, I know, like Katie, you said it cut out in the third round. We can't really say it went all that. According to the stats, there was 4 minutes, 29 seconds of control time in the third round. So it it went exactly like the first 2.
And that's what I figured. But, that's where I was just like, I guess technically we can't say that we saw Oliveira punch his way in and do better on the feet to get the takedown. But the numbers do show exactly that.
Yeah.
Moving on, though, to the co-main event. As I mentioned before, we got a middleweight contest between 2 fighters coming off of losses in Caio Bahayo and RDR, Renier de Ritter. Caio lost his main event against Nasruddin Imavov, and RDR lost his short notice replacement in Brendan Allen when he was supposed to fight against Fluffy.
This one shocked me.
Yeah, I
just don't believe in either of them
because I was honestly upset that I've just let you I did it to you the week before, so it's all good. It's one of those things where it just sometimes it's good to talk to people about fights, and then other times it's not. But because it was one of those things of with this one, I would have easily just gone Caio decision because in my head, Caio's just better, and that's why I assumed he would have won the fight. Not too much thought into it of anything. It just would have. Caio's just the better fighter. He is going to win by decision. And then Kate brought up what I thought was an excellent point at the time.
Hey, you never know how fights are going to go. It doesn't make it a bad point.
No, it's very fair. That RDR only loses to pressure. Wait, he lost to Brendan Allen and he lost to Anatoly twice. And he got pressured and exhausted in all of those fights and beaten down to getting finished, So, and it was one of those things. Caio does not fight that way. Especially looking at it his most recent fights against all top tier fighters that he's been fighting, especially he has just been strictly on the feet and he backs up and he counters with jab, he'll go for jabs, some good counters, whatever, but he is very mobile. He is elusive. He stays on the back foot. That is a vast majority of what he does. Tried to take down Nasruddin a couple of times, nothing on any of it. So it was just, so it's damn, he's not going to be able to grapple if he needs that as a bailout. RDR is going to pressure him as the bigger guy and just fucking put on these bigger, heavier shots and stuff. RDR really is just going to kind of win this, huh?
Yeah, and just even to look back and because I wanted to bring up all of his last 4 decisions, including this one. And this is the first fight that he came out with so much pressure because immediately he was right in front of his face. He was putting the jab on him, just immediately out there. He's kicking his legs. He is just doing good work. And it was oh shit, Caio's actually doing what he needs to do. But just checking the numbers, it's he threw 42 strikes in the first round. You go back to the Imavov one, 18. You go to the Jared one, a little closer at 34. You go to the Abus one, 25. He does not go out there and immediately start putting on that pressure, So that was definitely good work from him, but I didn't expect it. I really didn't.
No, yeah. And because honestly, it's I'm sorry. I feel the biggest thing with it wasn't even. It was just the fact every time RDR came in, he just caught him with such clean counters.
Yes.
It was crazy of just how much better on the feet he was than him and just how much cleaner he was able to land.
But no, it's he was doing good, but it's I said, sorry, my bad. I was just gonna say the leg kicks, the body work, and then the counters up top, but walking everything. It was just good.
No, yeah, that was gonna be because one thing that Jay said was the heavier shots, and I'm you mean the guy who almost finished Cannonier, who did finish Paul Craig, who not I'm are we really gonna say that RDR gonna have the bigger shots in that fight? Because I was Caio's gonna win just based on the stand up. I don't believe in RDR's stand up against someone who's has a very similar frame in terms of height and reach, and also just the fact that his countering was going to be what I thought would carry him. I thought he would have enough power that it would because RDR does not like getting hit, especially hit hard. I figured Kyle was going to have enough power to back him up, then start pressuring. And even if RDR starts back Kyle up again, cycle repeats, gets hit with a counter, starts back up, gets pressured. That's that's basically how the fight did go.
Yeah, and it's like I know that RDR doesn't like getting hit, but it's like he doesn't like getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
And like with big punches and like follow-ups, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like I don't know, like I know that Kaio can hit hard, but it's not like that's something he regularly does. You know what I mean? Like he is like is so often such a safe fighter, so willing to sit back, even if he is countering where it's like he's landing the shots. It's not like he's putting a lot behind it. Like he is just so willing to ride it out and just do enough to win, which is why I thought that even on the feet, it's like RDR is 3 inches taller than him. He does have a 3-inch reach advantage on him. He is just like a wider frame type of dude. He's just a fucking massive person where it's like, I was just like, yeah, Kaio's going to hit him one time here and there. And RDR is just going to walk forward, land a couple elbows, grab him in a fucking clinch, knee him in the body and toss him to the ground. It wasn't even a matter of like, maybe his skills was better as much as just big man and like, taking what Kaio had, because when does Kaio really truly sit down on shots? Like,
yeah, and with like this, because that's kind of how I like, just talking about where I picture it, where it's like in terms of technicality, and it's like, especially it's like if you were to have them both like on mitts or something like that, like Kaio is easily gonna look so much better. You know what I mean? But that's where it's like, like he's just gonna fucking jab, try and move away, like not like throw anything big, and RDR is just gonna walk through that and just fucking big man grab a hold of him and just like the Bo Nickel thing, the Whitaker thing of just like grab a hold and just bully him in the clinch, and like not being able to grab a hold of him at all. The few times of little bit, just Kaio instantly like moving him, like getting out of there. Like it was just it was one of those things where it's like like I said, of just immediately thinking that like Kaio should just be better, and then like talking about it, I'm just like, damn, stylistically, I do actually feel like this does favor RDR. I was really surprised of like how easy Kaio was able to end up making it look. Like that was definitely a very solid performance for him.
I never thought like the big man thing, because I just thought Kaio like had enough strength that the big man thing was just not going to work. Like,
and that's fair because
it works against like it works against certain people, but there's a lot of people in this division where like once you start getting up into the top 5, top 8, top 10, like a lot of it's not going to work against a lot of these guys.
That's where it's like, Kaio's just not the like he's just like
because what I was gonna say is that I guess back and forth is what it is. That it's easy to remember him because it's like I feel like more often than not, he has these performances where he plays it safe and like, you know, doesn't really show certain things. But then there are times where it does show through that he does have physicality and he does have activity and he does have like certain things. But I feel like it's because of the lack of consistency of those performances that it's hard to know when it's going to show up and even remember it in your head that this is how he actually can fight when he's gone 3 fights in a row. Not really, but you know what I mean? But you know, just looking like, or maybe it's just the general lack of activity where it's August into 25, like, you know, February. And then it's not until just now that he fought again, where it's like, it's been a while, but it's like, oh shit, I was messing up the karate combat grappling in the fight. But either way, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Like, I wonder if it's just because he's not consistent in his performance of always looking dominant and always looking physical and always looking wherever, where he has too many that he's looking safe. Like, how long did I talk shit about him like being boring and bad because I was just like, he's not good? I'm pretty sure it was from the beginning. Like, he made his debut and I was like, oh, that sucked. And then he fought Armin Petrosian and I was like, oh, that sucked. Then he fought Muradov and I was like, oh, that sucked. Then he got the RNC over Olejniczuk and I wouldn't give him credit because everybody fucking chokes out Olejniczuk. And then he had a fuck fight with Abus Magomedov and I was like, all right, bro, like,
and because that's where it's like, to question, like, because even you bringing up of like, oh, thinking of like who's gonna land the bigger shots, it's like, I'm sorry to think that the guy that's 8-1 in the UFC and his only 2 finishes over Paul Craig and Michelle Olejniczuk. Sorry, I didn't believe in his physicality at the top end of the division when he hasn't showed that at the top end of the division.
No, seriously,
my bad.
Looking at some of these numbers,
like it's like RDR. He was clearly more physical than Whitaker, clearly more physical than fucking Bo Nickel. Like, you know what I mean? It's like those were big ones for him. That it's like those are much better, solid performances than what Kiowa showed. Like it,
he really didn't have like a great fight. It felt like until the Jared Cannonier one, because even looking at the numbers in unanimous decisions, 31 strikes landed, 1 takedown, 12 strikes landed with 4 takedowns.
No, yeah.
19 strikes with 1 takedown. You know what I mean? Like 51 against fucking a boost though. Like, and then it was Jared Cannonier where it was 153 of significant strikes. And it's like, okay, you actually put on a performance just to throw 60 or land 66 in a 5-round UD against Nasruddin, where this is why I started it off with I'm not believing in either of them, you know, because I didn't think that RDR would lose to Kaio. And I don't think Kaio is going to do great things at the top. So I'm just like, I guess they're both just solid. And at the top, I should say title picture. He's clearly a top 5 fighter. And I also believe that RDR is a top 10 fighter. I'm not talking about them like they're shit fuff fighters. I'm talking about like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Just to clarify that.
It's one of those where, when they, because like I said, you know, starting off where it's like they're both coming off of losses, but it's like right before that, these were 2 of the 4 people that were right in the picture of title fights, you know, in title contention. So it's like, it's just one of those things.
3 of those 4 have now lost.
Yeah, I know.
Like, lost like after that fight. It's just like, damn.
Brother, are you trying to make me more upset? Are you trying to make me more upset? We don't got to ever talk about that fight again. It didn't happen.
You get
Fluffy's
one
still
fighter,
on a win streak.
1 fighter per division.
God damn it. But so, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, they have both clearly shown with their losses and then with this fight. And then just to your point of like, they could end up easily getting a title fight. But it's like whether Hamzat's still at the championship or DDP grabs it again at some point or the fucking Strickland or Nasser, whoever is there holding it.
Yeah, that basically
you know
those 4 names they are not beating those 4 names.
Yeah. Because like with Hamzat as the champion, and I just don't fucking know what is ever going to go on of like who he's going to fight or what division he's going to fight and
or when
so
he's
it's like, so it's like, no idea. But like you said, easily top 10 fighters right here. Like as people shuffle around, easily could end up in the top 5 for a bit. But not gonna be in real contention for the title.
Kaio did call out DDP in the post-fight interview, and honestly, I'm down for it. Like if they want to go, DDP has a couple options. He can fight Nasruddin. He can fight Brendan Allen.
Sean Strickland number 3.
I was about to say Strickland number 3 if they really want to
milk that. They shouldn't, but
fight Kaio. Or if Joe Pyfer somehow pulls out a win against Izzy, Pyfer versus DDP could happen.
That's so possible. DDP has so many options. Which it's like, honestly, you put it into that perspective, it's just like Kaio ain't getting that fight, bro. There ain't no way his ass is getting that fight. They're either making Nasruddin beat DDP to try and get him a better and bigger win so he can actually fight for the title, or if Joe Pyfer beats Izzy, he's fighting him, or if he loses and they don't care about Nasruddin, then DDP probably fights Brendan Allen because everyone is going to be more excited for that.
Yeah. Could you imagine Brendan Allen, DDP, and Allen?
That would be an incredible timeline. I'll take it.
Insane timeline.
Like who would have ever thunk it, you know? Like
what an underdog story, man.
For real.
Oh,
I'd be rooting for Brendan. I would hope he would win the title.
Yep. But speaking of people that probably aren't ever going to win the title, I will say that now. I don't care if he's 21 years old, honestly.
That's fair, but I still want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I will give him to like 24.
I won't, and the reason why is because Raul Rosas Jr. won a unanimous decision against Rob Font.
Y'all want to talk about lay and pray?
Yeah, like
this is
you can even call it lay and pray when you require fucking 16 takedowns in order to accumulate 10 minutes of control time.
Very true.
That was spam takedown until the round ends so that I can continue on winning.
Okay, here's the thing. What's worse? legitimately now, no, like, we're gonna have this conversation. What's worse, lay and pray, or having to spam takedowns to try and lay and pray?
Lay and pray. I'd much rather see someone take someone down and then they get back, they take them down in that constant rinse and repeat.
So I was gonna ask
someone
of like what you meant by best, because do you mean like an enjoyment to watch?
I do not mean an enjoyment to watch. I mean,
okay,
like,
because that's what I didn't think.
Better for the fight. Like, what is like the better strategy? I get like.
So, in my opinion, when it comes down to certain things. It's like Rob Font is a guy that you can take down and you can lay and pray on top of him. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we
watched Kyler Phillips get exhausted doing it.
Yep. Yeah, we watched a one-arm Corey do it for 5 fucking rounds. I know Corey's a higher level fighter, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's a doable fucking thing.
Corey only needed 7 too. That's bad.
Yeah.
Biggie
like
did.
Raul is a grappler. A grappler. This is your thing. And you can't lay and pray on Rob. At the very least, you can't even do that. That's where I'm like, I don't believe in your grappling, because it's like, most people can take down Rob Font. And also, because I wanted to make sure I remembered this point, I don't even know how much of this was necessarily Raul doing good, because some of it was, as much as it was also Rob Font doing bad. Because I don't, for the life of me, understand why for every single round throughout the whole fight, he kept the posture of leg super forward, real, like, hips real out. I get you're a grappler and you're trying to like keep your hips out or whatever, but he kept going for your leg and easily taking you down off of your lead leg. And you didn't go back to your normal Rob Font posture, at least where you're semi used to taking down, defending takedowns. Like, that was just bad in general. But like, you couldn't lay and pray on Rob Font. That's fucking questionable.
Yeah. When you asked, I thought you were talking about from entertainment value.
No, just like, what's worse
like,
for the fighter who's employing the strategy of trying to lay and pray, actually achieving it, or having to spam takedowns to try and achieve it?
Yeah, no, it would easily be better if he could have gotten 10 minutes of control time off of 3 takedowns instead of 16. Yes. That easily shows way better skills. Like that,
way more dominance, top pressure, ability to keep it, ability to roll with it, whatever it may be. It just shows a lot more.
Like it's.
But then let's go to the strikes.
It's funny because though. It's like looking like we're talking about like everyone. The only one who did not in his last 6 fights, the only one who didn't take him down was David Martinez. Martinez also only shot 2. Rob Font shot 5.
Yeah, I remember
he
that.
Had Rob
Font shoot.
He had Rob Font shooting.
He's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter.
That's when you
unexpectedly good fighter.
When you know, oh shit, it's fucked.
I said he'll get a mention later on.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like going into it, I didn't even think Raul was going to win, but sure he did. But another thing where it's like, it didn't show anything. There is no improvement. He did exactly what he's done in his last 3 fights now. And it's only gotten worse and worse. In his Arichi Lang fight, he was able to get 3 takedowns, rack up almost 10 minutes of control time, and landed 41 significant strikes. You go to Vince Morales, it took him 4 takedowns to rack up about 10 minutes of control time and land only 20 significant strikes. You get to Rob Font, and it takes you 16 takedowns to rack up the same 10 minutes of control time, and you can only land 8 significant strikes. I said it to Jimmy afterwards. We're going to check the number, and he did not even land 10 strikes, and he did not.
Yeah, because it's like, since his debut, being 18 years old or whatever, it's like...
how the total is somehow 47. I know he had pitter-patter shots in ground and pound, but damn.
Yeah, but that's why significant things that fucking matter. Not you going like this to the fucking back of his back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, since his debut at 18 years old, 3 years ago, the genuine improvements that he has made are A, he's definitely gotten better cardio, that's for sure. B, he definitely manages his cardio better, and he is definitely more patient. Because early on, he would just run at these motherfuckers going fucking crazy, you know what I mean? He doesn't do that anymore. Even with it, getting 16 takedowns out of 18 on Rob Font, those moments of being in front of him, he was patient. He was finding his opportunities to go for the you know what I mean? But that is it. Those are the genuine improvements that he has made to his game since coming to the UFC. You now just beat Rob Font, who is a top 15 fighter. You are now going to be ranked. It's said that at this point, I can matchmake him definitely, and we did it fucking leading into it of how to get him in 5 fight, and they are 100% going to do that. He's going to fight Cheeto Vera next. He's going to win with the same exact skill set, and then he will fight someone in the top 5.
The problem is, like, only one really in the top 5 I can see him maybe being able to do it against is Sean O'Malley. Again, I would like to see what Sean O'Malley does against Eamon first. Because Eamon, I think, has better takedowns and better grappling than Raul. So if Eamon isn't able to do it, ain't no way Raul's going
to. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I stand by the fact even if Eamon does, I have to see it to believe it. And what a fucking disgrace to championship holders would Sean O'Malley be if he allowed that to happen. That is how I would feel. Like,
I get it.
Disgraceful.
Because it's like when talking about it, like saying that I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it goes and if he was able to do it. But for me, all of, like, even before like him beating Rob Font, like, this was all based off of talking about he hasn't fought in a year. He's a young ass kid. He should be making big improvements in his game, like, especially if you're not fighting like for a year. Like, there should be very noticeable improvements. Even if you're fighting someone better, that it's like if you can't exactly implement them fully, the attempts for them, the thoughtfulness in the game, like, you know, there should be more. And there was no improvements from the last one to this one. And so it's like he can easily, in my opinion, beat this version of Cheeto Vera off of this same skill set, no improvements. Yeah. He will not beat Sean O'Malley with this same skill set and no improvement. If he is 22 years old and he has found himself in a fight with Sean O'Malley and he is still fighting this way, he's cooked. No shot. I believe in him winning. It's going to be a 5-round fight, and there's no shot he's going to be able to hold that up for 5 rounds. And even if it's like he's dominating, like getting takedowns or whatever on Sean for 3 rounds or whatever, it's like, it's one of those things. Okay, the striker, his like ability to find that knockout shot is going to be decreased. Sugar's going to find that on you if you start to gas out and fade in. Like, it's this same Raul now in the 4th round with Sean O'Malley, and he doesn't have a gas tank anymore. He can't take him down.
He's gassed out. He ducking, and O'Malley can time it. If he ducks it, not even like go for it, but just ducks his head, he is not surviving the knee that Cheeto took. Almost no other fighter is surviving that knee. So it's just like, goddamn, like, and then obviously we don't really need to go through the top, but like Merab cooks him, Umar cooks him, Corey can knock him out. He might be able to defend the takedowns off him, but he cooks him. Song Yadong probably cooks him. He might even be able to get a guillotine off.
Yeah, like it. Just like it's like good for Raul being so young and getting like a big win like that, a name like that on his resume. But it's like it's just one of those things of the UFC is just doing him a disservice at this point of him still showing the skill set, and especially if they're going to keep moving him up the rankings, he's fucked, bro. Like, he's literally going to be 24, 25 years old and might be cooked as a fighter.
No, like, seriously, it's like, honestly, with this win, he should still just fight backwards and just fight fucking like Montel Jackson or some shit, you know?
Yep. 100%. Like, that would be so good for him. Just keep fighting back. Doesn't matter. Like, just around there, like, you know, back end of the ranking.
I forgot Montel Jackson was fighting Connie Barcelos as well.
It's alright. He only fights once a year anyway, so.
I was like, winner of that fight. Hey, give him someone like a Damone Blackshear.
Yeah, anything like that would just be good for him.
Okay, legitimate question.
Probably will not happen.
It won't happen, but like him versus Bryce Mitchell. You're taking Bryce?
No.
No? I'm just curious.
I might. Raul's a lot bigger than him. But I don't know, man. It's like, I think Bryce has a better skill set. And it's like, if Raul's just going to be trying to take him down, I think, and he doesn't have the ability to hold down Rob Font, Bryce is scrambling with him, Bryce is subbing him.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fair. That's fair. yeah, we shall see how the career of Raul Rosas Jr. goes, and it's but for Rob, probably should hang it up.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like I'm sure you'd still find some people that he could beat and get some wins over, like outside the rankings. You know what I mean? But
him versus Cody.
Just getting old. Sure.
I mean,
if you want to kill Cody again, then go for it. Go for it. Rob will knock him out with his jab in the first round. But moving on down the card to a fight that did end in knockout, and we said it in the preview. If you knew, you knew, and we did know.
Yeah.
And there are just certain things that are facts of life. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. I don't know if there is a God, but if there is, he does wacky things sometimes. And one of those wacky things happens to end in the result of Drew Dober knocking out Michael Johnson in the second round with a straight left. If you know, you know. Glorious knockout. That was vicious.
It was.
Add into the record.
Wait, hold on. Sean Spencer is a black man that he lost to.
Was that in the UFC?
The Ultimate Fighter.
That doesn't count.
It was the finale. It was his technical UFC debut. So, all to an end.
Exception that proves the rule.
Not racist.
Exception that proves the rule.
People didn't do their homework enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think people just saw Sean?
He also lost to Will Brooks. Not in the UFC.
I started looking back.
Yeah,
right. No. I've never even thought to look at this or anything like that. I just thought it was funny. Because I think it was with Max Holloway that I looked to see if he ever fought a black fighter. Because I know that's like one, but yeah, he never has. Why doesn't Drew come out and defend himself?
Respectfully, this was 2012 and 2013. He has fought for 13 and 14 years since then. And I'm sure a lot of damage and all of that he might have forgotten, you know?
Damage? What?
Bro has fucking 44 professional MMA fights. He has been knocked out 4 times.
44?
Yeah, he's 29 and 15.
Damn.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, him and Michael Johnson have the same amount of fights.
In the UFC.
I forgot to remember
44.
seeing that.
Yeah, 27 in the UFC. It's like,
you know
what I mean? Like,
Dober has 1 no contest. So 45.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have forgotten.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, it is one of those things with this fight where it was like it's not the most meaningful or anything, but just going into it, you got Drew Dober and Michael Johnson. You knew that more than likely it was going to end in finish. Drew was definitely getting touched up by the speed of Michael Johnson for a bit and throughout that fight. Was definitely struggling, but ended up finding that left hand and just viciously knocked him out. That shit was rough.
I was about to say, the last couple of knockouts for Michael Johnson have looked exactly the same.
Yeah, they really have. Like, it just
like
gets opened up in the same fashion, really.
Yeah. Well, the other two were overhand rights, but yeah.
Which, like, just to your say, like the reaction and just how, like,
the immediate fencing pose, falling down.
Yep. Yeah. It's definitely rough. But good for Drew Dober. Continues adding to his record of most knockouts in the lightweight division. So that's awesome. Also got himself a $100,000 bonus for that. So that's awesome.
Back on a 2-fight winning streak. Has not been on a winning streak since he fought Terrence McKinney, Alves, and then King Green. So
crazy. So yeah, good for him. See who he ends up beating up next, but I'm sure he'll beat up somebody.
Yeah.
I'll say that his next fight obviously will be another fun one because he's not been in a boring fight in ever.
Yeah. Always scrapping.
Yeah.
Speaking of always scrapping, the opener of the main card, the first fight ended in the same exact way. We knew that. I mean, not because it got reversed this time, but first round knockout. We knew that it was going to happen this way again. But RoboCop was the one able to come out on top this time against Bruno Fajeda in their rematch. They watching it just honestly, I mean, it's one of those things where like the card was bad throughout, especially the prelims and stuff. So it's like just so many bad feelings throughout it. And so it's like as I was watching this, minute and 47 seconds long, RoboCop finds the right hand, puts him out, and it just felt so stupid and just such a pointless fight because it's like one. It's not like there's any real reason to do this rematch. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like literally these two were on a collision or like, you know what I mean? Like anyone with.
They're 13 and 15 and they just needed a fight to get done. That's it.
It's like it was weird that they went back to this as a rematch so quickly. And then for literally a minute and 46 seconds, they're basically just standing in front of each other. Like Bruno's trying to find an opportunity to blitz in, and then RoboCop just retreats out of there. And like neither of them are really trying to like super go for it or give the other an opportunity because RoboCop A knows that he could just get knocked out with one shot, and it's like B. Bruno also knows he could get knocked out with one shot, but he also did this before. So now to like have to try and do it again, it's like it just felt like they were both hesitant to like actually go for like just a good scrap. And then RoboCop literally landed one punch to the head and put him on. It's just like what?
No,
it was like what was the point of this?
Like literally, they both landed 2 strikes each. Bruno 1 to the head, 1 to the leg, and RoboCop 1 to the head, 1 to the body. Like
it's like it. So it's like good for RoboCop to get it done, gets a knockout, gets a bonus, but like it truly did just feel pointless in the moment, and even afterwards, it's like he could have knocked out an unranked guy, and he's still probably gonna fight the same guy moving up. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, like the thing is, it's like
don't matter.
Not like you're gonna have him. That's what they'll do. They'll have him fight Cannonier again in a pointless rematch.
Bro, that would be the dumbest fucking thing.
It would be the dumbest. But like Whitaker's next fight is apparently going to be at 205. He shouldn't fight Cannonier again. So his options are Roma Dolidze, Paulo Costa, because he said that
Paulo's fighting Osmat. Paulo's moving up.
Mm-hmm. He said
but
that.
Also, you know what?
No, timeout. Okay. Because Paulo did say Osmat Mirzakhanov is a one-off fight and he's moving back down to 185 after it.
Okay.
But honestly, I wonder if just a realistic thing is like RDR is ranked to number 8. He just lost to Kaio at number 7. I wonder if they'll just do a RoboCop RDR type thing.
That'd be interesting.
Paulo Costa is not very active. Roman, he's fighting, right?
I don't think Roman.
I don't know.
He's not?
I can't think.
I couldn't tell you if he is or not. I'm looking it up because I'm curious.
Yeah, he's fighting Chris Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
In CLD, yeah.
That's what I thought. And, so he has a fight coming up. It's like, I'm totally don't go back to the Jared fight because there's just, like you said, no reason. So, like, I really wonder if, they'll just kind of try to get him in there with RDR.
It's like one that, honestly, like his RDR, that would be a great fight. It's like, it doesn't make much sense, but it's like, bro, honestly, give me RoboCop versus Fluffy.
Ooh.
That'd be fun as shit.
That'd
be fun as shit.
When is Joe
Because it's like
fighting?
RoboCop dukes it out. So it's like that could obviously be a problem for Fluffy. But Fluffy's tough as shit to the head. So if RoboCop's not cooking his body, Fluffy could honestly probably take a majority of it. Somewhat ish. RoboCop is a really big puncher. But like we know that RoboCop has incredible jiu-jitsu and he just barely decides to show it. So it's like, bro, let me see someone that's gonna force RoboCop into those fucking exchanges and see how that plays out. You know what I mean? Like that'd be a lot of fun. Probably doesn't happen, but maybe RoboCop does.
RoboCop doesn't have the best cardio either, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
it fucking, but like, he goes out there, maybe beats RDR, then they could end up like with that. But
yeah.
I was about to say,
either way,
Pfeiffer loses to Adesanya. Pfeiffer versus RoboCop.
Yep. Yeah, very possible. But let's go. That is the main card. The prelims. There were 4 finishes on this card overall. Everyone got a bonus. No fight of the night. Nothing was worthy of it. Adolfo Bellato somehow won in the prelim opener. So that was, I guess, good for him. So you got a bonus there, and then Alberto Montes got a second round sub over Ricky Tercios. Couldn't sleep with the Darce.
Like I said, that Tercios moving up to 45 was not the answer.
No, yeah, it was
Like
like,
it was like obvious when I saw it.
Like,
I was like,
he's not a big bantamweight.
yeah,
Like,
I'm like, this is not the answer, dog.
Yeah, and it's like Montez has now made himself a Darce choke and Anaconda sandwich wins right now because he's got Darce, 2 Anacondas, and then another Darce just all in a row.
yep, pretty
Nice.
damn incredible.
It's crazy.
That is, it's one of
It's
one of those things where it's like
Taptoria.
at this point, huh?
Taptoria.
Yep.
Taptoria.
It's one of those things where it's like at this point, motherfuckers just got to know not to like they got to avoid that front headlock position with him at all costs. You know what I mean? Like that motherfucker's gonna cinch it up and he's gonna get it. 11-1 in his career now. Very nice, good for him. But yeah, okay. Other than that, we should have had 3 Codys all losing, but Long Zhao, that was bro.
Oh my god!
It's like I saw a Big John like saying like just applauding Herb of like how he handled it, and it's like you know, get it. But like to me personally, as soon as he landed that nut shot that caused Cody to start throwing up, I just feel like that should have been a DQ or a no contest. You know what I mean? Like if at that point you wanted to call it no contest, like that's just fucking crazy. As soon as that motherfucker, Cody was actually able to continue afterwards, and he went out there and kneed him in the nuts right, like fucking instantly afterwards, brother, that's a DQ. That fuck taking the second point, you just DQ him. Like what was that? Because then it's like, yeah, we got the rest of the fight, and Cody doesn't want to engage at all. And then
I was about to say, Cody came out like bad out of hell because he was
dumbest fucking 28-27 scorecard of all fucking time. Like,
Cody came out like a bat out of hell after that first nut shot because he's like, I'm gonna fucking finish this motherfucker. And then he commits the second foul. Cody realizes, I just won the fight. Time to get on my bike.
But yeah, so that was stupid. Cody Brundage lost a split decision to Dante Johnson.
Dante not doing anything in this division.
Oh yeah, man! Like wow, the way that it was like, damn, Cody about to get fucked up in this one, and the way he made Dante Johnson look so bad, and I really hope that Cody was just gonna get the decision in there. But he didn't. He didn't deserve to. But you know, things.
Yeah.
And then Cody Durden looked like shit against Tumen Dembarel.
Tumen Dembarel, Art of the Knockout, still yet to get a knockout in the UFC.
It's like, he only has a total of what, 2 knockouts with like what, 7 submissions?
Yes,
something like that.
Yes,
might be 6 submissions, but yeah,
it's 6 submissions, but I don't know why his nickname is the Art of the Knockout.
No idea. Sumadarji won by being ginormous against Jesus Aguilar. There's really no other for that one.
That was winning via big man right there.
Like if you see a 10-inch reach advantage at flyweight, you're cooked. What are we like? That should just physically. I don't understand how that's possible for someone to have that much longer arms at that overall small of a frame. Like it just seems impossible. It seems physically impossible. But 72-inch reach to 62.5 in a flyweight contest, and I wonder who won the giant dude. That's basically the card.
Yep.
Fun stuff.
DR1 off of being Southpaw.
Yep, basically. That is.
Hey, sometimes that's all it takes is to be a southpaw, and these guys don't know what to do.
And that's all it took. He got his first UFC win via being southpaw.
One of them things.
Yeah, like it really was just crazy to watch that, and how quickly it was just like, dude can't fight a southpaw.
Yeah,
he just can't do this. He's just losing in every part of this. He has no ability to win the foot battle, get the better positioning, block his fucking right side from getting blasted with anything. Like, you know, like it was just all, he was open, he was wrong, he was just getting fucked up. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's like if you like, because at the end of the day, it's like at this level in division, you know what I mean? It's one of those, it's like you're obviously not getting skilled fighters, but like it's like if you're in an open stance where it's southpaw versus orthodox, and you're getting cooked by the jab, even, you know you're having it rough. You know what I mean? Like if your opponent could just easily land a jab on you, like the left side is just money, and it was But yeah, good for DR to get his first UFC win, like you mentioned. Oh, but I almost forgot because it's one of those things where I was very sad that he did get taken down in this fight, because he had the greatest fucking thing of having 100% takedown defense, but 2 submission losses in the UFC. The craziest thing ever. But Tobias in the final seconds almost managed to pull out a Suloev stretch on him too, which it's like, I swear if he was able to hit that would have been the greatest thing ever. Of like, brother, how do you have 3, if he hit it, 3 submission losses in the UFC, Suloev stretch, Ezekiel choke, and then what, rear naked choke? I think? Kimura was the other. So it's like the more wacky of the basic ones. You know what I mean? It could have been incredible, but instead we just get him winning off of being southpaw, like you said.
If Tobias was able to just pull out that solo stretch at the end, that would have been hilarious. Would have loved it.
Tapology. I didn't even fucking look at Tapology, man. I totally forgot about that.
So I won the group.
Fuck you. Makes sense. Why I came in second.
Yeah, you were second.
I was gonna say there's no way I won or beat you.
So I said first in the group, you were 6th in the group, Katie was 7th.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And then I know I'm pretty draft fighter with being Max Holloway.
That was the only draft fighter, yeah.
Yep. So I took a loss in there.
Yep. You're currently 4-6.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is what a start to the fucking Paramount era. You know what I mean?
Paramount is cursed.
I really thought that this was going to be the event that it kind of starts going back upward.
Yeah.
Nope. Sadly, I was mistaken. The last thing I could really say for this one is just I was gonna say be prepared for a Josh Emmett knockout win next week, but that's honestly not the worst result. Be prepared for Josh Emmett technically outstriking Kevin Vallejos for 5 rounds.
Bro, that's
gonna be the result.
If
that's
gonna
be the result,
then I will believe you every time you bring up the worst thing to happen. But
there's no way.
I'm not there yet. That's not happening.
He's gonna technically outwork Kevin Vallejos over 5 rounds.
No, that's not happening, and that actually feels impossible.
It is hilarious that also next week is like the week we have I think the most fighters, because Jimmy, you have 0, but Katie has 2 fighters.
Good. I don't need a fighter next week.
Who do I have?
Jillian Roberts, Charles Johnson.
I have Vallejos?
Oh, I thought you have.
No,
there's no way.
Jillian Robertson, Charles Johnson.
Yeah.
I have Kevin Vallejos, Bruno Silva, and Steve Asplund.
Nice. Head to head between you guys.
Yeah. Bruno Silva and Charles Johnson.
At least Kate will get that one.
Yeah, I think worst case scenario, I do end up going 1 and 2. I don't think Kevin Vallejos is losing.
I don't think so either.
Be prepared, brother. Be prepared. That's all I'm gonna say.
1 and 2,
main event sadness this year. Gaethje looked like shit against Patty. I mean, I guess Volk win. Volk win against Diego is nice, but it's like sad.
It was
the
fight
division.
itself.
We should have had that fight anyway.
Yeah.
It was more about like the fight booking rather than the fight.
About to say, Loner beating Brandon, Strickland beating Hernandez,
beat the shit out of him.
Batista beating Oliveira is fine.
Bro, I totally forgot about that.
I forgot that was a main event.
Yeah.
Wow, I had every other main event that. Holy shit.
There's been one main event where we're like, yes.
Wowza. Well, yep, that was the thing that happened this year. Yes, this year.
Which is insane because the co-main was Horiguchi versus Amir, and we were saying that should have been the main event.
Well, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
That is everything, though, for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. We will catch you on the next one, previewing absolute sadness in the Apex. It's going to be
there's
great.
A couple good fights on there, honestly.
It's going to be good. We're looking up now. Let's go. Peace out, everyone.